Well, here we go again. Do you want to watch this again? Should we watch it at the beginning of every single part?
Let's watch this at the beginning of every single part. Yeah, this will be good.
This will be good.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Agent Elrond.
I'm Rafi McMutton Chomper.
And I have to leave for Anthrocon in about 2 hours, but I thought, what the hell? Why not? Let's record a little bit more Fire Emblem before I go.
Yeah.
For me, getting to Anthrocon is kind of a pilgrimage. Anthrocon is held in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I live in California, but I live in a place in California that's an hour and a half away from the nearest airport that flies anywhere besides Los Angeles or
Las Vegas.
So for me, and like if I don't want to have 20 bazillion transfers in between Fresno and Pittsburgh, I have to fly out of either SFO or LAX, and SFO is slightly closer, and also I have relatives who live up there, so generally what I do is I leave the day before, drive up to the Bay Area, spend the night with relatives up there, and then fly out of SFO the next day, because I can't get a non-stop flight from SFO to Pittsburgh. Yeah. And it's worth it for me, because my stomach does not take to going up and down very well in planes.
I never got airsick. Actually, it's not my stomach.
Shut up. Just you wait. I never got airsick until I did.
Okay.
So there.
All right.
Just thinking about it is making me queasy. I'm gonna be so doped up.
You were saying?
Yeah. So leaving today, I'm leaving for the first leg of my journey. Most people we're leaving for Anthrocon, and they're just going to the airport. For me, I'm going to the place from which I can get to the airport.
It would kick ass if you get a ride to Anthrocon on Tide Barn.
Oh, that would be so much fun.
Yeah, Black Knight's still alive.
He's totally still alive.
And he still hates Ike's guts, I guess.
I don't know. What did Ike ever do to him? Except make him rage quit.
Yeah.
Kick him in the kneecap. Oh wait, no, he's got armor. Black Dragon, go blarg. Insert your fire in my laser joke here!
Blah.
Just look at us animate this falling castle. Woo!
Yeah.
That wasn't the alarm clock I set.
When are we gonna see those three
again? Oh
no,
really? Are they still around?
We still don't know who that green-haired guy on the horse
Hello,
is.
Geoffrey. I like your change of armor. Do not approve of you guys, except maybe Peleus.
More dragons.
I curse.
Benyon. The cool Benyon.
Yes, the sexy people.
Yay!
Where was Prologue?
Why you have no Volug there?
I missed the man chest, even if it was missing nipples. He's a cool bird.
Why artists, anime artists, why are you afraid to draw nipples?
They are a proud stamp of us being mammals!
Yes. Mammals are cool.
Where are you, Ike? Where are you? Stop looking at the sunset! Get over here and help me! Thank you. Let's play Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn!
We are on to part 2
of countries. No, wait.
Part 2 of countries and kings.
Thank you, BK.
Dayan has been reborn.
Yay!
It's a girl, Dayan!
Reaches neighboring Crimea within days. Crimea itself has spent the past 3 years rebuilding from the damage it suffered during the Mad King's War.
Elincia has been a busy lady.
The sun now sits on Dayan's throne, sends waves of unease and worry rippling.
You never know, he might be an okay guy.
Well, we certainly know that he didn't kill his father, which is more than you can say of Ashnard.
Yeah. Crimea during this time. There is an ever-widening gap emerging between Crimea's noble class and the nation's
Oh, that's just the way it goes! I mean, look at what happened to Elizabeth I, and, she bitch-slapped those guys right back into their places, and you know what history thinks of her.
Crimea lost
history thinks Elizabeth I is a boss.
Yeah, right? Yeah, you can be a boss too, but, you're just gonna go through some rough patches in the beginning. Politics!
From the public, And so she came.
They don't do
unexpectedly to
politics
her
like this
succession.
in other games.
Many of
Like, not even
Crimea's
Mass Effect
noble
got the
houses
politics
raised their
quite as
voices in
intricate
protest against her rule.
and
Elincia's
douchebaggery.
desire for a
Well, actually, the
long-lasting
politics in
peace
Mass Effect
has
got pretty
driven her to
douchey.
strengthen Crimea's ties with the Laguz nation of Gallia.
Oh, is this
And
again?
to renounce Crimea's claim to rule over a defeated Daein. Her political moderation is seen as a sign of weakness.
Just be glad you don't have
Ike,
Fox
the young
News!
hero who led Crimea to victory in the Mad
Yes.
King's War.
No,
was
Ike, you
granted
should
a
not do the bitch
peerage
slapping for her.
his
She needs to
heroism
learn how to
and
do her own
the
bitch slapping.
elevation of a common mercenary to the nobility, however,
It worked for Sam
widened the
Vimes,
rift
but I guess
between
Elincia is no
aristocracy and
veterinary.
yet
I wish veterinary was in this game! Oh my god!
renounced his
I only know
peerage
him from the
and
TV
took his
adaptation of
oath.
Going Postal.
That's all you need to know about veterinary.
Yet Ike's
That and the
actions
fact
did
that he
little
can turn
to
invisible.
placate the
What?
nobility.
What?
They continued
No.
to
He can.
criticize
Oh
the
dear.
He can!
Oh dear.
and lay squarely at her feet the blame for all of Crimea's woes.
Fire Emblem, Discworld!
Ooh.
That makes me happy in my pants. Prologue. On drifting clouds. Time to get my voice on. So, you have acknowledged that Peleus as the newly crowned King of Daein? Your Majesty, this is beyond the pale. I have not forgotten our war with Daein. 3 years is not so long as that. But do not forget, if we allow hatred to rule our hearts, we become prisoners of our past. A lasting peace serves both nations. Bravo, Your Majesty. Well spoken indeed. Your words paint a picture of idealism rarely seen here at court. However, and I beg your forgiveness, it is quite apparent your grasp of politics remains childishly naive, and your grasp of a tissue is non-existent. Apparently rule over Daein, abandoning rule over Daein, then reconciling with our most hated enemy. This will not do. The people will soon take their discontent to the streets. What's more, why choose Bastion, the Count of Fair, as your envoy? His skills in court are vital to Crimea. Because of his pretty boots. To send away such a key figure, tell me, Your Highness, how exactly do you plan to rule without him? By making up my own mind for once, you snivelling little, big-nosed piece of cat— Oh wait, I'm thinking in my head again. The Count of Fair himself gladly volunteered as a delegate. Her Majesty's decision was only— Lady Lucia, hold your tongue! You should hold your nose. No, I don't think that would help. If only they could hear my thoughts. Wait, no, I'm glad they don't hear my thoughts. You are not Her Majesty. Do not presume to speak for her. Actually, Lady Lucia and I have a pretty good psychic bond, wouldn't you say, Lucia? Oh, yes, Your Majesty. Isn't this guy such a cockbrain? Oh, I know, really. Yes, Lady Lucia, please refrain from speaking if you have not been directly addressed. And that one has a stick up his arse. My thoughts exactly, Your Majesty. Your familiarity with the Queen does not grant you a seat in the Royal Assembly. As a matter of fact, it does. Oh, yes, it does. Although you may have been raised as a sister to Her Majesty the Queen, kindly remember your place. My place is in front of you holding a sword to your nose. I mean, you have my apologies. And you, General Geoffrey. What? I haven't said anything! Well, I'm just sitting here. You leave me out of it. I don't have a psychic connection like those two freaks. Geoffrey! Sorry. Does your loyalty to Her Majesty stem only from your unchecked emotions? With a taste for gossip. Wait, those with a taste for gossip are talking. I wonder, have you heard what the Help is saying about you? You listen to the Help? What kind of nobleman are you? You listen to servants' gossip, sir. What? Geoffrey! What? I'm just saying what you guys were thinking. Oh no, Geoffrey. You have no idea what Lucia and I are thinking. No, he really doesn't. Ugh! At any rate, growing discontent has brought the royal family of Crimea to a crossroads of sorts. Your Highness, this is all on you. Indeed, Your Majesty, whatever do you intend to do? Well, I think I'll start by taking a red-hot poker. Your Majesty! I'm just thinking. Yes, a red-hot poker and some Twilight books. And they can have the red-hot poker or the Twilight books. Queen Elincia! Are you plotting horrible horrible tortures for your nobleman again. Huh? Oh. Yes, hello, Marcia. How are you today? What are you doing here? Lucia told me about those no-good-neck nobles and their chest-beating contest, so I thought you could use some cheering up. You weren't in your chambers or the garden, so I guess you'd be out here, plotting horrible tortures. Twilight, huh? That's pretty mean, Elincia. Forgive me. I needed some time to think. I'm sorry to trouble you. Not at all. After everything you've done for me, it's the least I could do. It was nice of you to hire me as a royal knight, but hiring my sponge-brained, spine-deprived brother might qualify you for sainthood if it weren't for those, thoughts with the poker and Twilight books. Even so, I'm afraid I may have caused you a great number of hardships. Huh? Oh, the grief I'm getting from the nobles? It's nothing I can't handle. If you think your country has stuffed shirt windbags for aristocracy, you should see Benyon's. Oh my god. When I was a Pegasus Knight there, they had a new shenanigan every week. After that, the Crimean crybabies are no big deal. No, it's my fault. And I'm sorry. I'm so new at all this. Even you are affected by my blunders. I didn't mean to leave the poker in the— Yeah, I know, Elincia. Sometimes I think maybe I just don't have what it takes to be a queen. Elincia, you totally have it. You've got the tiara, and you're totally pulling off the shoulder things with the little droopy little bits. You're awesome. You're totally queen. You just need to get some, that Freddie Mercury going, and you'll be great. Do you know everyone bites the dust? Come on. Din 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 dun 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 din din. Marcia, stop that. It's so not true, Queen Elincia. Anyone can strut around in a queen hat and say she's a ruler, but you always put your people first. Look, it's not that you're doing a bad job, it's just everyone's on edge lately, with Dayan getting a new king and all. People are worried that Dayan will start another war like the one 3 years ago, and they're taking it out on you. Just don't let those peacock-wearing nobles bug you, and remember that you don't have to go it alone. You've got friends everywhere. Thank you, Marcia. Your kind words have lifted my spirits. That's right. I'm not alone. I have friends. I must be strong, for the sake of our people. As protector of the homeland, yes, protector of the homeland. I like that. Elincia, Queen Elincia, protector of the homeland, with a red-hot poker. There's my homeland. See me protecting it, Marcia? Huh? Queen Elincia, what the heck is going on over there? Huh? What? Hey, how dare you harass us? Be gone, insolent fools. Be gone, I say. Yes, be gone. Before I, power and punch you. I learned it from my brother. Fear not, my lady. This senile old bird will gladly trade his life for your protection. That won't be necessary, Lucia. I told you I can hair and punch them. They say nothing is as beautiful— Wait, that's your line.
They say nothing is as beautiful as the herons of Serenez, especially a royal princess. You'll fetch a pretty penny from some lord or other, and our pockets are a little light. What do you say, Captain?
Yes, naturally. She should prove to make a fine gift. Seize them, and mind the raven's talons. This is unbelievable. Stand back, you unrepentant dogs. Lucia does not give in easily. Lucia?
I remember this guy.
Wow! Men, silence that cawing raven. Who would pay for an old crow like that anyway? Leave him. Stop right there! I'm getting my laryngeal on. Company, how droll. Hey, Benyon Draco Knights! Are you lost, or have you been letting those scaly flea bags do your navigating? What are you doing in Crimea's sky? We've merely strayed a bit, and our duty is patrolling the border. Do you have a problem with that? You and your flying snakes are in violation of Crimea's sovereignty! Besides, do you have any idea who you're dealing with here? Reptile breath! It's the mighty Marcia, that's right! Stop, Marcia, stop. You're not that mighty yet. We cannot afford to start antagonizing the Benyon army. I am the Queen of Crimea. But, Your Majesty, we can't just let the river monkeys run rampant. We're not going to. As long as they don't realize I'm the Queen, we should be fine. Benyon Draco Knights, you will only be warned once. Leave this area immediately. I serve the Queen of Crimea. Trespassers on Crimean territory will be dealt with. No exceptions. The queen, she says. The very queen that relied on us, the Benyon Empire, to free her nation. I don't remember hordes of reinforcement Draco Knights coming to our aid when we were storming the castle, Sonny! Except for Jill, who was a, reinforcement in her own right. But that was different!
Yeah, she was from Dan!
She was from Dan! Imperial Draco Knights are not frightened by soldiers so weak as Crimean Pegasus Knights. Listen up, leave those two alone. It's the Serena's maiden we want. Do not allow her to escape! Looks like we'll not talk any sense into them. I suppose we have no choice. Good. I've got my poker. Wait, no, I don't have my poker. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, wait, good, I've got a sword. Lucia, we're here to help you. Help me! It's Her Majesty Queen Elincia. Fate has smiled upon us. I hate to be a bother considering it has been so long, but your assistance is most appreciated. Yes, my assistance. With my mighty... Yes, Queen Elincia, and a mighty... slim sword. Ah! I asked for a steel blade. That's the last time I let Geoffrey do my shopping for me. He has no sense with swords. Yes! Hey, welcome back! This is one of my favorite chapters in the game. It is the Air chapter. Whee! This is the prologue of part 2, which is typified by you getting slightly under par second tier units and fighting first tier units. Oh, but the boss is second tier. The boss is down here. It's Zephyrin! He's pretty burly, but he drops a short axe. This is a defend chapter, though, so you don't have to fight him if you don't want to. Character introductions. Elincia! She's back! She's a queen! She's a queen! Queen is her unique third-tier class. As you can see, her caps are enormous. Do not be afraid of her kind of subpar starting stats. Her growths make her fill out her caps very, very nicely. The thing she's most useful as is she's a flying healer. She's a flying healer, and she comes with an S in staves, which is her max staff rank. She can get up to double S in swords for some reason.
That S in staves actually comes from her transfer bonuses.
I thought that was standard, actually. I believe I looked it up and saw that she came with an S in staves. Huh. But you can check it if you want. She has Renewal, Canto, and Stun, the mastery skill of Peg Knights, of the Peg Knight line, the Draco Rider line, and Queens. Her. She has 3 authority stars, comes with a slim sword and a mend. Elincia is not that good of an offensive unit. She's a born dodger. She's got great luck and good speed growth, but she starts off kind of weak right now. Fortunately, we got this lady. It's Marcia. She's back. Oh my god, she's awesome. She is far and away the best Falcon Knight / Seraph Knight in this game, and comes with a C in sword and B in lances. Very, very nifty. That's not affected by transfer data in any way. This is your standard default Marcia. And they didn't train her at all in Path of Radiance. That's gonna change now! Over here is Lucia. We saw him in Path of Radiance, but now he is a usable character. He is pretty burly at this point in the game. Don't worry too much about him, but he's Lagoo, so I never train him, so I can't really talk very much about what his stats are like. He comes with a Lagoo stone, which is very handy. You don't want to use that up too fast. You want to save it when you need it. And Leanne. Leanne's the weakest Terran, arguably the worst Terran, but it's all arguable. They all work. Leanne, very, very, very weak, and I've never let this happen, but from what I've seen, these Draco Knights will try to capture her and fly off with her. They won't kill her, they'll just capture her and fly off with her. And I think if they make it off the map with her, it's game over. So you just have to basically protect her for 8 turns. As a Heron, she works... All the Herons work a little differently. We've met Raphael, who can chant for 4 people, transformed or untransformed. Leanne obviously has working wings, so she has the Canto that Raphael doesn't have, but she can't chant for 4 people at once. She can only chant for 2 people, and that's transformed or untransformed. It doesn't change when she transforms. And the way she chants for 2 people is a little bit tricky, but I'll go over that in a second. Now, you start off you're kind of in the thick of it, so you kind of have to be careful. Oh, one last thing I want to talk about when you think about strategizing for this chapter. These clouds act kind of like thickets to flying units. They will actually impede movement, but they give plus 15 to avoid, and plus 1 to your defense. Excuse me. And they move. Every phase, they move 1 square to the left. So keep that in mind when you're placing your units.